Hey Warriors, welcome to my battlefield. I'm a retired Army officer and I've been doing carnivore since March of 2023 with some great results. And I'm here to inform you, motivate you, and come alongside you to set you up for success with some of the things that I know and hopefully build a community where we can all help each other. The carnivore lifestyle absolutely is a battlefield. And on one side of the battle, we actually have big pharma, we have big food industry, the media, and in some cases, in many cases, politicians. And on the other side, we have us. And we need to band together and be effective. So this is boot camp. Boot camp is where soldiers or military personnel go to get their first instruction in the military. So what happens is we bring in new recruits and they have all these old habits and these old cultures, and we just strip them down and then bring them into the military culture and the military habits. So instead of sleeping in late, they're getting up early. Instead of laying around being lazy, they're out exercising. Instead of just doing what they want to do, they're following orders. And it's a big change, and it takes weeks to do. I think carnivore is a lot like that. It's not necessarily the military, but there is a big change that you have to want to make and then you have to strive for on a daily basis. But the awesome thing is, just like the military, after a while it becomes second nature. It becomes your new normal. And that's what you're fighting for here in this battle. You're fighting against the enemies to reach a new normal that is completely healthy. I can tell you right now that my experience with carnivore, my health has completely changed. My weight completely changed. My dietary habits completely changed, all for the better. And I'm looking forward to a long life with my family and my son of being healthy and not in pain. I'm 57 years old, so as you get older, you start worrying about the wear and tear on the body, especially after a retirement of the military, because the military beats you up pretty good. So some of the things I want to talk about, one is, what's your motivation? You have to find the motivation. Maybe it's losing weight, maybe it's just getting generally healthier. Whatever it is, get that motivation down. I would write it down and put it on a sticky on your mirror so you know what you're going for every day. Then the other thing you have to do is you have to actually plan to succeed. I know you've gone through all these diets in the past and you've fallen off them, or you've just done the standard American diet and you're sick. You have to actually plan to succeed. I think President Eisenhower, back when he was a general, when they were getting ready to invade Normandy, he came up with a great quote that I use in the military all the time. It's that the act of planning is essential, but the plan itself will fall apart after the first bullet flies. And that's a fact. So you need to have a plan, and the plan can be simple as like meal prepping, cleaning out the food in your pantry that you're not going to eat. If you have a family, then you have to have a plan to eat around them while they're eating. Like my son, when I started carnivore, he was not carnivore. And when he was with me, I had to make meals for him and then make my own meals. At first, it was a little awkward, but after a while, it really, I would cook burgers and make him burgers and fries, and I just eat burger patties. It's that simple. So you have to have a plan. You have to work the plan. And then you need to find a support group too. So battle buddies are something we call in the Army when you get paired up in basic or in your advanced school with another soldier, and that battle buddy is there to make sure you don't get in trouble and you make sure they don't get in trouble. So you make sure that you have enough hydration, that your equipment's all set right, that you're where you're supposed to be. So I encourage you to find that battle buddy. It may be someone on YouTube. It may be someone in your life. Hopefully you can find someone nearby. I actually shared this diet when I started it with my neighbor, and he's a veteran too, and he started doing it, and we both had great success. And now we have that conversation going on a regular basis. How's it going, what's you up to, a little accountability, and it really makes a big difference just having someone to go through this battle with that you're in. The other thing is like how to start. Like when I first started, I was just soaking up YouTube channels, Dr. Ken Berry, going to all the MDs that are out there that are doing this and trying to figure out what made sense for me. So right here you can see I've basically set up a carnivore starter kit that I started with. It doesn't have to be what you start with. So what I started with was that microwave plate there. That's the one up in the top row on the left. That's for microwaving bacon. I would get a pound of bacon and microwave it all and put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge. Of course, I'd eat some while I was doing it. And then I would collect that fat and pour it in a jar to fry things in later. Because then that, one of the big issues with the standard American diet, probably the worst issue, is seed oils. So, cleaning out my cabinet, throwing away my seed oils, and replacing with animal fats, lard, butter, ghee, and bacon fat was huge. That was a major step for me. The next thing I have is an air fryer there. I'm a single guy, so air frying makes total sense for me. Actually, one of the best videos I ever saw, basically get a frozen solid steak and you throw it in an air fryer at 450 degrees for like 20 minutes if it's a ribeye, and it comes out crispy on the outside and perfectly medium rare in the middle. I do check the temperature after about 12 minutes to make sure, and I flip it halfway through, and it's always perfect every time. The next thing I had was iodine. That was from Dr. Ken Berry's recommendation that we don't get enough iodine in our diet. And even if we are, we just don't know if we are. And adding a couple drops of iodine to sparkling water, you don't taste it at all. I usually Topo Chico, and I'll put 2 drops in there. It'll be fine, and you can get away with that. The next thing is salt. I use the Redmond real salt. Salt is what I season all my foods with, whether it's pork belly bites or burgers. Now, for the first 90 days, I was exclusively salt. And then after that, after I was fully adapted to this diet, I started introducing other seasonings just one at a time to make sure my body didn't react poorly to it. And what do I mean by react poorly? Well, since I've been on this diet, I have no allergies. I used to have allergies every morning, had to take a pill religiously, blow my nose. I had lots of aches because I have what's called vet bod, which is it's very similar to dad bod, but a lot more pain from being a veteran, like in your knees and your back, right? A lot of that pain's gone. My allergies have disappeared. If I introduce something and I get a reaction where I start feeling pain, or I get a migraine, I don't get migraines like I did. I get a migraine or I get allergies, then I know that's a bad thing to add to my diet. So this is an elimination diet. So what you do is you eliminate everything and then start adding things one at a time that you want to try to reintroduce if you feel like it. So I have reintroduced a few other seasonings in, and you can do that as you go. You can put like onion powder or roasted garlic powder, whatever. You can try different things. And so far I've had good success, no major problems. But salt is still my number one go-to for anything, and I crave it. And Redmond real salt is a really good salt. The next row, we have beef on the bottom. I love ribeyes. I love ground beef. I will do both on a regular basis. In fact, right now I'm on day 14 of a lion diet, so I've actually restricted my carnivore diet even further, just to see how it feels. So I'm doing 30 days of a lion diet, and then after that, I'm going to switch back to normal carnivore. So far, since March, I've lost about 35 pounds. My energy level's much higher and sustained all day long. I wish I would have found this when I was still active duty. I would have been crushing APFT tests, which is our Army Physical Fitness tests. I just feel like I could crush it right now. So anyway, yeah, red meat is my go-to. Do I eat pork and chicken? Occasionally. A little turkey? Yes. Not my main go-to, though. Bacon is my main pork go-to. And then sometimes I do pork belly bites, where I get pork belly and I cut it in little strips and I throw it in the air fryer at 390 for like 20 minutes, and then it gets nice and crispy. And I salt that very well. So the next thing is butter. Kerrygold is a great butter. You don't have to use that, though. I've had great success with all types of butters, and I've tried them all, no problems. So Land O'Lake, whatever you do, just don't get hydrogenated vegetable oil or any butter that's mixed with it. Just get real butter, 100% real butter. Grass-fed's supposed to be better, but you don't need it. I've done both with and without. Same with the beef. Grass-fed's better, but you don't need it. I typically just buy whatever's on sale, or I do like choice ribeyes because they're just a better quality meat, but you don't need that either. I've also done chuck roasts in the crock pot. Totally fine, really good food. Just make sure you eat the fat. You need fat in this diet. The next thing, I have eggs. Of course, I love eggs, and I eat a lot of eggs. Right now, I'm not. I do love to make some scrambled eggs, or actually some over easy eggs with bacon is my favorite. And then the last thing is bacon, which I said I have bagged bacon. I used bacon, especially when I started as a snack, to hold me over when I was snacking. One thing in this diet you're going to learn is that as you get going this way of eating, you will not be hungry as often or as much. I eat whenever I get hungry. When I start feeling hunger pains, I go eat. And then I eat until I'm full or the food stops tasting good. And then once that happens, I'm just done. And over time, it's gotten to where I just eat 1 or 2 meals a day, and I'm pretty good. And I don't feel the urge to snack anymore. Same with, like, you notice in the starter kit, there's no sweetened drinks or sweeteners. I don't do any artificial or natural sweeteners at all, and because of that, I have no desire for any sweet things. It's amazing, because I was a sweet tooth person. Like at night, even when I did keto, which I did when I was active duty, when I was keto, I would eat those dang Quest bars, and they were so sweet, they would make me crave. At night, I would crave something sweet, and I sometimes get another bar before I go to bed, which is terrible, right? Because you don't need that. I think the food industries absolutely know what they're doing when they're making food. They're engineering it to make us be addicted to it. Once you get on real food that just natural, you lose all the cravings. Your hunger signals normalize. You're not always feeling hungry. Everything just normalizes and gets better. So, boot camp for you is going to be starting to identify which habits need to go away and which habits you need to set. And then I went on Google Calendar, and I basically set day 1 of carnivore, day 2 of carnivore, and I didn't weigh myself every day, but I did keep track of every day I was doing it. So when I woke up, first thing I did is went to my computer and added a computer entry which day of carnivore I was on, to set that mindset that this is what I'm doing, right? I am doing carnivore. So then I would go and I would eat carnivore breakfast and then carnivore lunch. Whether it's out in town, I would go eat burgers, no bun and no condiments, just a plain burger with cheese on it. Wendy's, I used to love going to Wendy's. They had a bacon cheeseburger stack. You can get 3 burgers, and it's just really good. So not the best quality meat, but it works. You don't have to be a purist, and you need to not let perfection get in the way of excellence. Okay, this is something I learned in the Army as an officer. You need to be great. You need to be excellent. You don't need to be perfect. So there's no perfect time to start this other than now. You start now. You set the morning. You go down and write day 1 of carnivore. You find someone you can make an accountability partner, even if it's a relative that's not doing it. You just tell them what you're doing so they know, and set your goals. Your goals may be to do carnivore for 30 days. Don't set your goals to weight loss. Now, weight loss happens, but set your goals to what you want to do for the next 30, 60, 90 days. And then the weight loss will just happen. So will the clothes falling off in my case, falling off my butt, my pants falling off my butt, my shirt's getting too loose. It's a great feeling. Now I have to go buy new clothes. I'm waiting. I'm holding out to the cold weather. I'm in Texas. It's very hot. So I'm holding out for the cold weather to get new pants. And I'm excited. I've already had to buy a couple belts because my belts didn't fit anymore. And that was a good feeling. Just hold out, and then when you buy clothes, I'm not buying a lot of clothes. I'm only going to buy a couple pair of pants and a couple new shirts at a time, because I'm still getting down to a lower weight. Now, I started, I was like 280 pounds, and I'm down to 244, which is the lowest I've been since 2011, when I was at Fort Rucker. So that's the last time I was this light. My goal down the road, I hope to see, it's not my goal. My goal is to stay carnivore all the time. My goal. I'm hoping to see my weight is continuing to melt off. I'm hoping to see it get down to my 235s, and that would be since the 1990s, since I've been that light. So anyway, welcome to my channel. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll subscribe. And if you do, make sure come back next week, because I'm going to talk about advanced training. In the Army, we have what's called AIT. The advanced training is the next phase after basic. And we're going to give you some advanced tips on carnivore, tricks and tips on how to get through keto flu, which is actually carbohydrate withdrawal symptoms, how to get past emotional snacking. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you'll subscribe and like, and we'll see you next week. I'm going to make this a weekly YouTube podcast, and you're more than welcome to come. Bring your friends, and ask any questions down below, and I'll answer them as best my ability. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.